All right, we're working on what's called an Anderson squat today, or a bottom up squat, and I'm not really going from the bottom. I'm starting at hole 33 on the spotter arms. The bar is gonna stay right here. I'm gonna get under it and just stand the bar up. And so the point of this is to work through some sticking points, some areas where you might get stuck on the squat, and it's also a good way typically to use more weight for more reps than you could do on a regular squat. So I'm gonna try to do that today, right? I'm going from a little bit of a higher point in the squat, but I am gonna try to overload the weight to something that's a little bit heavier than I've been going with, just to get my body used to lowering it down. Even if it's not all the way, I'm bringing a heavier weight lower more times than I normally would if I did a regular squat. That went good, but it felt pretty heavy still. Been a while since I've done these. I'm looking at my notes. I did these back in May for singles. That first set felt pretty heavy. So we're gonna see how it goes here. Just moving up the ladder. Usually my second and third sets are my best. Fourth set, I'm usually a little bit tired. First set, I'm still waking up. So we'll see on these next sets. Those were a real grind, but we're gonna go ahead and go up to 470, see if we can't do this today. The worst that's gonna happen on this one is the bar's just not gonna come off the safety squatter bar, so I feel good about going for it and then backing down maybe for my last set, maybe above 450 or 445, what I did right there, but not quite 465 or 470. I'm still staying in that above 90% range, which is great for today. You're gonna get a training effect from that no matter what. So that's kind of the plan for these last two sets. Oh, so close. Things started not feeling good on that second rep, so we shut it down. I'm pretty happy with the progress there though, for where I'm at compared to how much conditioning I've done in the months leading up to Fresh Coast Fitness, and how little I kind of went as heavy as I'm used to going. So this is good, step in the right direction. We're gonna drop back down to around 455, I think, for the last set here. All right, so I'm finishing up here with some static holds. I'm up to 540 pounds for 3 sets of 10 seconds on that movement, and I cannot express how much I think this has helped me in one of my weaker areas, which is just supporting with my torso that weight on my back. So just that tiny little bit of a squat, holding that position, maintaining good points of performance of a flat back, knees in line with toes, my feet are flat on the floor, right? All of those things are really helping my lower back, midline, legs, all that stuff develop to the point where I am way more comfortable unracking a heavy barbell. Accessories was nothing new. I just went up in weight from the last time I did my squat session on accessories. So we've got the heel elevated, close stance back squat out to 10 reps, but I just made a jump by about 15 pounds. I'm trying to get my way back up to around 225, 230 on that one. So I finished up with some knee extensions on the reverse hyper as well. You guys know I've talked about those a lot on here, and that's kind of the point. This is the process, and while it may feel a little bit mundane, doing the same movements and just increasing weight slowly over weeks and taking your time on your progressions, and it's that mundane consistency that's gonna get you where you want to go. There's no special program, although I am partial to the Strength Training 101 program on AlwaysTrain.com. It's exactly like the session we just did here. So I say all that to say, if your training is getting boring, it's getting stale, you're not having as much fun with it, that's okay, all right? You need to work through that little bit of trough of not being motivated, staying disciplined, dig your way out where you're starting to really get those great results and you can continue to move down the line. That's all we've got for today. Remember to like, subscribe, put a comment down below, and we'll see you guys next time.